There's my heart of my window. Mga kachat-chat, mga kababayan. Dito, this is our job today. Ito ang trabaho namin. Yung asawa ko is working here couple days now. So, here's Joe.
Consumers, the power company, decided that the power lines, show the power lines, we're getting too close, the tree's getting too close to the power lines, so they cut our tree down.
Yeah.
Our tree, the neighbor's tree, and on down the road they cut down a whole bunch of trees. This is about an 85-year-old silver maple, and what a waste. But I got in touch with a lawyer, and there wasn't nothing I could do about it. So they come and cut it down early this spring. And unlike the neighbors, they let people come take their wood. We're not letting nobody come get our wood. We're gonna repurpose it or make something of it. And that's what we're doing right now, is cutting this up into smaller pieces. Some of it eventually will end up being firewood, but I'm hoping a lot of it will end up being able to make lumber out of. And that's the reason for my dad's meat saw here. And I got a chainsaw to block it up, and then we're going to use the meat saw. It's just a real big bandsaw to make boards out of. So we'll be back in a minute, show you how we're making the boards. So I bought this electric chainsaw, and I want to show you how well it works, because I'm pretty proud of the fact that it works as well as it does. We're using this to block the wood up before we cut it up with the bandsaw. So it works just as good as a gas-powered saw does, in my estimation. And so you ask, well, what do you do if you can't plug it in? We have a generator in the back of the truck. So when we're out on the road, we can still use a chainsaw. This is the bandsaw that we're going to use to block up the wood. This is my dad's meat saw. He was a meat cutter all his life, and it hasn't been used for cutting meat in several years. And now he's passed away, and now it's my saw. And I'm not a meat cutter, but it does just as well on these boards as it does for the meat. And this is what we're after. Making our own boards instead of letting this wood go to waste. We're going to make our own boards out of it. Those are just rough cut. Right here you see a pile of wood I've already cut with the chainsaw, and that goes up on the bandsaw now and gets cut up for into board. make that first cut so we get a nice square end. So obviously this is just rough cut lumber, but it's too nice a wood. It's silver maple. It's too nice a wood to just burn, in my estimation, and it just kills me that consumers cut that tree down to start with. So we're going to make something out of it. I've cut these somewhere about 1 1/8 to 1 1/4 thick, which should give us plenty of material to run these through a planer and get them all nice and smoothed out and a nice even cut on them. They're pretty close now, but obviously it's just rough cut and they still need to go through a planer. So by the time we're done with them, maybe they'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch thick. Nice wood for creating a table, I think. So that's it in our tree. Thanks for watching.